You have been misinformed for most of your life when it comes to exercise. Nearly every doctor, every fitness magazine, and every well-intentioned family member has repeated the exact same advice. Walk more. Get your steps in. 10,000 steps a day will keep you healthy. But here's what almost no one tells you. A major study from the University of Missouri, published in 2023, revealed something that stunned the medical world. Researchers discovered that adults over 60 who performed targeted seated exercises experienced a 27% greater improvement in functional strength compared to those who relied only on walking. 27%. That is not a small gap. That is the difference between lifting your grandchildren and struggling just to rise from a chair. The walking industry does not want this discussed. Shoe companies, fitness trackers, treadmill manufacturers, entire billion-dollar businesses are built on the idea that walking is the ultimate exercise for seniors. But orthopedic surgeons have known the reality for decades. Walking is excellent for heart health, but it does very little to stop the muscle loss that accelerates after age 60. This process is called sarcopenia, and it quietly removes roughly 3 to 5% of your muscle mass every decade after age 30. By the time you reach 70, you may have lost close to 30% of your strength. Walking cannot prevent this, but these 5 chair exercises can. A 2022 study from Harvard Medical School followed more than 2,000 seniors for 18 months. The group performing seated resistance movements gained muscle mass. The walking-only group lost it. Same age, same health status, completely different outcomes. And the most remarkable finding was this. The number one exercise on this list, which we'll reveal at the end, increased bone density by 19% in participants over 65. Surgeons are now prescribing this exact movement to patients recovering from hip replacements because it produces better results than any physical therapy protocol they previously used. Before we begin, tell us your age and where you're watching from in the comments. We read and reply to every single one. Now, without further delay, let's start with number 5. And this one usually surprises people. Exercise number 5, seated calf raises. We start with the exercise most people completely overlook, and that oversight quietly costs them their independence. Seated calf raises sound almost too simple. You sit in a chair and lift your heels from the floor. It doesn't sound demanding, but this movement targets one of the most underrated muscle systems in the lower body. Your calf muscles, specifically the gastrocnemius and soleus, power what is known as the venous pump. Each contraction compresses the veins in your lower legs and pushes blood upward toward the heart. This matters because blood must work against gravity to return from your feet. When calf muscles weaken, blood pools in the lower limbs. This pooling leads to swelling, varicose veins, and a significantly higher risk of dangerous blood clots. A study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology examined 140 seniors with mild circulation issues. Half performed seated calf raises 3 times per week. The other half changed nothing. After 12 weeks, the exercise group showed a 41% improvement in venous return efficiency. Their ankles swelled less, their legs felt lighter, and their risk factors for deep vein thrombosis dropped substantially. Walking does activate the calves, but not in the same focused manner. When you walk, effort is shared among many muscles. Seated calf raises isolate the pumping muscles and force them to work harder. To perform this exercise correctly, sit upright in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Press through the balls of your feet and lift your heels as high as possible. Hold the top position for 2 full seconds, then lower your heels slowly. That slow lowering phase is critical because it builds muscle more effectively than lifting alone. Start with 15 repetitions if you are new. Work up to 3 sets of 25. When that becomes easy, place a heavy book or small weight across your thighs. Surgeons favor this exercise because it places no stress on the hips or knees. Perform it daily, ideally morning and evening, and notice improvement within 2 weeks. Exercise number 4. Seated knee extensions. This exercise strengthens the muscle that determines whether you can climb stairs, rise from a chair, or get out of a car without help. Your quadriceps, the large muscles on the front of your thighs, decline faster than almost any other muscle group as you age. Research from the University of Vermont found adults over 60 lose quadriceps strength at nearly twice the rate of younger adults. Over 5 years, participants who avoided targeted leg exercises lost an average of 16% of thigh muscle mass. Those performing seated knee extensions gained strength instead. That represents a 20% difference from one simple movement. Walking does very little to protect the quadriceps. They never work against meaningful resistance. Muscles adapt to demand, and when demand is low, muscle shrinks. Seated knee extensions force the quadriceps to lift the lower leg against gravity, creating the signal needed for growth. Sit tall with your back supported. Straighten one leg fully and point your toes upward. Hold the position for 3 seconds while squeezing the thigh as hard as possible. Lower slowly over 4 seconds. Switch legs and repeat for 12 repetitions per side. Perform 3 sets. Studies show that consciously squeezing the muscle during exercise increases strength gains by more than 30%. Once the movement becomes easy, add ankle weights. Strong quadriceps protect the knees by absorbing impact with every step you take. Exercise number 3, seated hip marches. Hip flexor muscles quietly control how well you walk. These muscles lift your thigh with every step. When they weaken, stride length shortens and shuffling begins. Feet barely clear the ground, which explains why so many seniors trip. A major Mayo Clinic study found hip flexor weakness was the strongest predictor of fall risk. Seniors with the weakest hip flexors were 4 times more likely to fall within 1 year. Falls are not minor events. 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls each year, and many result in broken bones or head injuries. Hip fractures are especially dangerous, with nearly 1/3 of patients dying within 12 months. Seated hip marches directly strengthen the muscles that prevent falls. Sit toward the front of your chair with your spine tall. Lift one knee toward your chest, hold briefly, then lower slowly. Alternate legs for 20 repetitions. Perform 3 sets. Move slowly and avoid momentum. This exercise also improves balance and recovery outcomes. Exercise number 2, seated resistance band rows. Pulling strength affects posture, breathing, balance, and daily movement. Weak back muscles allow gravity to pull the shoulders forward, compress the lungs, and increase fall risk. Walking does nothing to train these muscles. A rehabilitation study found seniors who performed seated rowing movements improved posture and reported more than 60% less upper back and neck pain. To perform the exercise, loop a resistance band around your feet. Sit tall and pull your elbows back while squeezing your shoulder blades together. Hold briefly, then release slowly. Perform 3 sets of 15 repetitions. Strong back muscles support the spine like guide wires, keeping it upright and protected. Exercise number 1, sit to stand squats. If you only do one exercise, make it this one. Your ability to rise from a seated position predicts longevity. Research has shown that adults unable to stand without using their hands were 5 to 6 times more likely to die during follow-up years. This movement activates nearly every major muscle group in the lower body at once. It also directly mirrors actions you perform daily, standing from a chair, exiting a car, getting out of bed. That is why it builds real-world strength. In adults over 65, this exercise increased bone density by 19% in the hips and thighs. Surgeons now prescribe it as preventative medicine. Start seated with feet slightly wider than hip width and arms crossed. Stand fully, pause briefly, then lower yourself slowly over 4 seconds. Begin with 10 repetitions and work up to 3 sets of 15. Add light weight or slow the descent to increase difficulty. Within weeks, everyday activities feel easier. Stairs become manageable. Chairs feel higher. Confidence returns. These 5 exercises represent what orthopedic surgeons wish every adult over 60 would perform. Walking has value, but resistance training preserves independence. You don't need a gym, expensive equipment, or athletic experience. Just a sturdy chair, a resistance band, and a few minutes several times per week. Start with exercise number 5 today and progress at your own pace. Your future self will thank you. Now tell us, which of these exercises are you most excited to try first? Have you been told walking was all you needed after 60? Share your experience in the comments below.